Mobile television production facilities for this broadcast are made possible by a grant from Walmart. Walmart, with their location on the White Horse Pike in Somerdale.
You're watching Sterling High School Channel 19, winner of the Mid-Atlantic Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast, serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Somerdale, and Stratford.
And welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. Tonight, on this Friday evening, we'll have girls basketball here at the Castle. The Lady Knights 7-3, taking on the Gloucester Lions 1-9. Going to take a look at the Colonial Liberty stats. Woodbury atop there, undefeated 9-0, who we saw earlier this season take on the girls. The girls right behind them, though, at 7-3. Haddon Township is 8-2 overall, but with a lesser record in the conference, 3-2, followed by Haddonfield, Haddon Heights, surprisingly 3-7, and West Deptford rounding out the bottom. And you take a look at the Colonial Patriots standings. Gateway at the top of that, 8-3, followed by Collingswood, Audubon, Paulsboro, Lindenwold, and Gloucester. Sterling is second in the Colonial Liberty. They are averaging 37 points a game, letting in 30 points a game. Morgan Sims and Aaron Quinn are the leading scorers with 9 points per game, along with Bridget Dixon and Mackenzie McDonald. And you see in the Colonial Patriot, Gloucester is sixth. They're putting up 28 points a game, defensively letting in 42 points a game. Schultz, Hayter, O'Donnell, and Thompson are the leading scorers for the Gloucester Lions.
Take a look at the game history since 2007. Sterling with a 71 win percentage overall, and Gloucester with a 65 win percentage overall on their side. For the league, Sterling with a 79 win percentage, and for Gloucester at 69%. And for the home and away, Sterling 76% and Gloucester at 58%. Sterling leads the series 2-1. Sterling last won in 2022, and Gloucester last won in 2009.
Take a look at the keys to the game there, and now we're going to let the girls introduce themselves.
Mackenzie McDonald, Jr., forward, Laurel Springs.
Morgan Sims, Jr., guard, Stratford.
Bridget Dixon, Jr., point guard, Somerdale.
Aaron Quinn, Jr., guard, Somerdale.
Shane Duffy, Jr., forward, Somerdale.
Kayla Knott, Jr., forward, Somerdale.
Ireland Kay, sophomore, guard, Stratford.
Antonia Troilo, sophomore, guard, Laurel Springs.
Amber Wilsey, sophomore, guard, Stratford.
Paris Logan, sophomore, forward, Hynella.
Maddie Sims, freshman, forward, Stratford. Lexi Kuhn, freshman, center, Stratford.
Good look there at this 2022-2023 girls basketball team. Keys to the game: got to start the game strong, have solid team defense, and limit the turnovers here today against the Gloucester Lions. Take a look at the starters: Morgan Sims, Aaron Quinn, Bridget Dixon, Mackenzie McDonald, and Shane Duffy, all junior starting five for the Lady Knights. And for the Gloucester Lions, Hannah Brasweck, Val Hatter, Maya Beringer, Elizabeth Schultz, and Anna Ramundos, rounding out the starting five for the Lions. The Lions are going to introduce their starting lineup, and on paper, Sterling should have an easy victory here, but if you let Gloucester hang around, they could do some damage and pull a bit of an upset.
Yeah, I mean, Sterling obviously coming into this game 7-3. They're 3-2 at home. Gloucester 1-5 on the road. Gloucester just averaging 28 points per game, so it doesn't really seem like Gloucester has that one person they can turn to. It's just, we'll see what they can do today against a tough Sterling team.
You know, that's why we play the game. Anything can happen. Sterling now about to introduce their starters. All 5 juniors, a really tough junior class, And Jordan, you can speak to that. Very strong junior core.
Yeah, I mean, we've been a pretty young team for the last couple of years. You saw 2 years ago, Bridget Dixon and Mackenzie McDonald in the starting lineup. I think having all juniors now, it'll build for the future, and we'll continue to be good both this year and next year.
Dixon and McDonald have been playing at the varsity level since their freshman season. 3rd year in the varsity starting lineup. Coach Kate McDonald's 3rd season back for the Lady Knights. And there's Shane Duffy rounding out the starting 5 for the Lady Knights. And going into this one, if Sterling really just takes care of business on both ends of the floor, it's looking favorable for them. Take a look at the coaching matchup here. Kate McDonald on the right, again her 3rd season back. And Coach Casey on the left there for the Gloucester Lions. Just about ready for opening tip-off. McDonald able to corral the tip-off, and now in the hands of Dixon, and we are underway here at the Castle. Sterling taking on the Gloucester City Lions. Here's Dixon, finds Sims in the corner. Sims, 3. No good. We'll stay with Sterling. Here's Quinn, finds McDonald in the corner. Now Dixon. Aaron Quinn in the corner. Pump fake, now back to Dixon. Sims fires up a 3. No good. Rebound Sims. 1 of 3 to start the night here for Morgan Sims. And now Gloucester working offensively in the corner. There is Hatter. Now shoots. And a walk there on Schultz.
Nice look there. The 3-point attempt there by Sims. Nice rebound as she moves in toward the basket and gets the easy jumper.
Follows her shot right there and gets herself on the board, and the Lady Knights on the board for 2. Here's Dixon, swings it to Quinn, back to Dixon. Now Sims, pump fake to McDonald. Good passing along the perimeter for the Lady Knights. Quinn working outside, finds Sims. And Jordan, is there an advantage to taking your time and working through the half-court set like this? Or sometimes, I know some coaches like to run the 7-second offense, as it's known.
Yeah, I know. Keeping to go through the offense usually gets the defense all out of control, and it works to the offensive advantage.
Here's Breswick outside. Shot up and good from the outside. That's Val Hatter.
Nice job by Gloucester to answer back, take the lead.
Good passing, and on the perimeter. Got Hatter that open look for three. Here's Quinn. She's doubled in the corner. Dixon now slowing up the pace. Over to Sims. Sims fires up a three. No good and out of play. Take a look at the shot from Hatter and just look at all the space that she had right there to knock down that three-pointer. Schultz over to Breswick. Schultz drives inside, shot no good. Rebound Quinn. Looking to run the break. Wisely slows it up, ends it in the hands of Dixon. Dixon finds Sims in the corner. Now McDonald. Back to Sims. Sterling really taking their time in these half-court sets. Sims for three. No good. Rebound Duffy. And it will stay with Sterling. Gonna take another look at this play right here. Shot up from Sims.
A lot of shots beyond the arc so far for Sterling to start things off, and wonder how their offense might change or if they're going to keep it the same.
Quinn's three, no good, but hustles and ends up corralling her own rebound. Sims, another three. No good once again. Sterling struggling from beyond the arc here. Shot is up and good. There's Erin Quinn, her first basket.
And a nice job by Erin Quinn to follow through and give the Knights the lead right back. Just noticed that the threes weren't working. Just had to do it the old-fashioned way.
Shot up from beyond the arc, no good. Rebound Duffy. Here's Dixon. Dixon looking around, makes a move, drives inside, shot up, no good. Rebound Duffy. Here's Quinn. Erin Quinn for three. That one rolls around, no good. Hatterer with the rebound. Pass inside, that one's intercepted by McDonald. McDonald running the one-on-one break. Nice move into the lane, can't convert. Gets her own rebound. Fires up a three. No good, too strong. Rebound Sims, here's Duffy. Now Dixon takes one from beyond the arc. No good, rebound Duffy. Shots no good. And finally a foul. Mackenzie McDonald will go to the line. Going to take a look at the last basket here for the Lady Knights. Quinn does a nice job driving inside. Shot rolls around and drops for her.
McDonald, a 69% free throw shooter, averaging 6 points per game, as you see on your screen.
First shot is up and good from the charity stripe. And McDonald goes 2 for 2 at the line there. Here's Schultz. Picked up by Dixon. Now in the corner. And out of bounds was Brzezinski. Dixon finds McDonald inside. Mackenzie McDonald's shot drops from the low post.
Great look by Dixon on the inside of McDonald, as they're not really getting much luck with the outside shots.
Here's Hatterer. Picked up by Quinn. That one was last touch by Quinn out of bounds. Take another look.
Again, just a beautiful pass there by Dixon, able to find McDonald.
Brzezinski outside. Over to Hatterer. Hatterer drives inside. No good for Hatterer. Rebound. And now Sims. Sims slows up the pace. Here's McDonald down low. She's doubled. Chucks up a shot, no good. Over the back foul there on Shane Duffy. Taking another look at it. I mean, Jordan, last year it seemed to be the team's mentality to get out and run on the break and maybe even in some games this year, but in this game they're seeming to slow it up, work in the half court. Is there maybe a reason for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think like maybe Coach McDonald wants to practice some of the half court sets. I know Sterling has a game tomorrow, Absegami, and I know they're a pretty tough team, so maybe they just want to get a little extra work on those half court sets.
Under 140 remains here in this first quarter. Sterling leads at 8-3. Brzezinski outside. Pass was intended for Ramdos. Was broken up. Now Quinn to McDonald. Dixon slowing up the pace. Another half-court set and maybe even a play here for the Lady Knights. Cross-court pass. Now it's Sims at the top of the key. Over to Quinn. The Lady Knights really taking their time here tonight on the offensive end. Cross-court pass to Sims. Now Bridget Dixon. Here's Sims, fires up a three. No good. And Sterling with possession here. Foul was called on the floor. So now with 30 seconds remaining, Sterling looking for a good shot. There's Dixon with a good shot from the corner, and that one drops from the corner. Bridget Dixon gets a three ball to go down there for her. Brzezinski running the point. Now Hatterer. Cross court pass. Finds Schultes. Schultes out of bounds. Take a look there at the shot from Dixon, and that just rolls around and finds the bottom of the basket. Here's Quinn. Quinn. Outside shot, no good. And that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. Sterling with an 8-point advantage. They lead 11-3 over the Lions. We'll be back right after this.
It's the South Jersey Group 2 championship game. But
please come out and join us.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Second quarter action here at the Castle, starting with an 11-3 lead. And as you see there, Martin Luther King statue in Washington, D.C. This coming Monday is Martin Luther King Day. Celebrating a very important figure in history. Gloucester starting it off, trailing by 8 in this second quarter. And that one just goes out of bounds. Gloucester not able to save it. See there, Coach McDonald. Again, her third season coming back as the Lady Knights coach. Here's Dixon taking up the court for Sterling. Dixon trying to find McDonald. That one swatted away. Goes into the hands of Hatter.
And that was a good job there by Sterling, at least trying to attempt to get the ball down low. They had been throwing up a lot of threes and they weren't dropping. Now trying to change up the game plan coming into the second quarter.
Brzezinski thought about it for a moment, then chucks up a deep three. That one off the mark. Gets her own rebound. Brzezinski able to stay with it. Gets that one to Schultes. So there's Hatter. Gets that one to Raimundos, and her shot no good. Rebounded by Sims. Sims gets that one to Dixon. Dixon finds Ireland Kay, then gets it to Ott. Ott with her two-pointer. It is good. And Sterling gets their first points in the second quarter.
Good find there from Ireland Kay to Caitlin Ott down in the low post, and good teamwork there.
So that one just stolen away there by Sims. It's like taking candy from a baby. Gets that one to Dixon. Dixon in the corner. And that one no good. Rebounded by Sims. Trying to stay with it. Gets that one to Dixon as she takes a fall. Back to Sims. Sims shoots for three. And that one is good. Bounces around the rim. What a nice job by Sims.
I mean, that's what Morgan Sims is known for. Anybody who watches the Sterling team knows that she's a threat on the outside.
I mean, that's just from her getting the rebound from Dixon's shot to her falling over, getting it to Dixon, getting right back up, being open for the pass, and chucking up the three. And that was a definition of effort.
And that was a good hustle play right there to stick with the rebound, and then good find by Dixon, who noticed Sims had a lot of space. She had been struggling from the outside, but gets the first three to fall there. And you're right, Jordan. Anybody that watches the Sterling team knows that Morgan Sims is a threat from outside.
That one is kicked. It will stay Gloucester ball. 5.5 to go in this first half. And that shot blocked by McDonald and goes into the hands of Dixon. Here's Dixon driving toward the basket, loses it for a moment, gets into the hands of McDonald. McDonald gets that one to Sims, out to Kay, and out to Dixon. Set up a play, gets that one to Sims. Sims finds Kay. Kay to McDonald. McDonald driving, and a foul at the end of the play. And it will send McDonald to the line.
Nice job by Ireland Kay, noticing to make the extra pass down on the low block to McDonald, and McDonald draws a foul, now going to the line.
So here's McDonald to shoot two. Here's her first shot. And she sicks it. And the second shot is good. So at halftime, as we take a look at this timeout here, at halftime we're going to see some highlights from the 1998 championship game between Sterling and Gloucester. And Mr. K was announcing, so we'll get to hear some of his expert commentary from about 25 years ago.
Good look at some of the fans on hand here today.
Very talented group of girls.
If you're just joining us, I'm Jake Clark, joined by Jordan Baker and Brian McClernand here. 18-3 the score in this second quarter. Guys, Sterling's really been in control for most of this game.
Yeah, I mean, so far they've done a great job with their ball movement and just really executing. There was a little bit in that first quarter where they failed to execute beyond the arc, but so far they've really gotten it going.
Yeah, I think one really strong part with Sterling is their defense. I mean, limiting Gloucester to only 3 points almost in 2 quarters.
So here's Gloucester down by 15. Gets that one to Hatter. Then out to Schultes, and that shot is good. Sinks through, and Raimundos puts it through.
Nice job by Raimundos there, sensing that Gloucester needed a bucket big and able to step up midway through this second quarter.
Here's Dixon, gets that one to Quinn, then out to Kay. Kay finds Ott. Ott driving, and a foul. And we'll send Caitlin Ott to the line.
And Ott does a nice job there, spinning towards the basket, and is met with a defender and takes the contact, and now will shoot two at the line.
And here's Ott's first shot. That one no good. Second shot is in and out. So now Gloucester gets it back. A little over 4 minutes to go in this first half. So Gloucester's trying to get something going. And it'll be Kay who gets that one to a wide open Dixon. Dixon driving toward the basket. Layup is good. And 20 points in this first half for the Lady Knights.
Physical defense leads to easy offense. Good job there by Kay getting the steal and making the extra pass to Dixon, who converted on the other end.
So there is Schultes. Gets that one to Brzezinski. Brzezinski, sorry. That one stripped away by Quinn and a foul.
Take a look there, nice job. Kay manages to corral the loose ball, and Dixon takes care of business on the other end. Good physical defense and good teamwork. Unselfish basketball. Got to be happy with that for Coach Kate McDonald.
And that shot no good. Rebounded there by Ott. Gets that one to Troilo. Troilo driving and can't connect. Rebound by Brzezinski. Gets that one to Hatter, and her three, no good. Rebound by Ott. Gets that one to Quinn. Quinn driving, finds Kay. Back to Quinn. And Quinn's jumper is good.
Yeah, really nice job by Quinn here, and Ireland Kay. Good find, good positioning by Quinn, and good job to convert in the low post.
So here's Schultes, gets that one to Thompson. Out to Brzezinski. Brzezinski, long three. And that one no good. Swatted away into the hands of Troilo. She finds Ott. Ott driving, finds Troilo. Troilo driving toward the basket. Her floater no good, but a foul.
That's great work by Tony Trillo there, driving, drawing that foul, earning her a spot at the line.
And a good job, one of the younger players, a sophomore on this team, not shying away from contact and fighting through the contact, get herself a good look at the line.
Her shot, nothing but net. And she rolls them both. So here is Thompson. Finds Hatter. Then out to Pino, and that shot goes through. So here's Quinn. Gets that one to Kay. Then back out to Quinn. Quinn from three in the corner, no good. Rebounded there by, that was by Duffy. And a foul at the end of the play. And that'll send McDonald to the line.
This is a good look by Quinn. She had enough space to knock the shot down. Just sometimes it's not going to drop for you. And good job by McDonald, who's a 3-year varsity player, taking the contact and getting to the line.
Duffy, nope, McDonald's first shot, no good. Puts that one through. Subs checking in for Gloucester. Sterling with an 18-point lead over Gloucester. You see there the coach for the Lions. Brzezinski out there to Schultes. Back to Brzezinski. Brzezinski, long three. And that one no good. Rebounded there by Morgan Sims. Here's Quinn driving. Quinn backs up, wide open three, and she sinks it through. Nothing but net there by Erin Quinn.
Defensive miscommunication there for the Lions gave Quinn more room than she needed and took advantage with a nice shot from the corner.
Gloucester trying to answer back. Just over a minute to go in the second quarter. And it's going to be a travel at the end of the play. It'll go the other way. That one on Beringer. Long three there, and that one is good. Nice shot there by Morgan Sims as she drills another three. Final 30 seconds of this second quarter. Brzezinski, long three. Bounces off the front of the rim, rebounded by McDonald. Here's Sims. Gets that one to Quinn. Quinn from three. No good. Goes back to Sims. And out to Quinn. Then out to Troilo. Out there to Sims. Back to Troilo. Troilo from three. And no good. Take a look at the last basket. Sterling with a 30-7 lead over the Gloucester City Lions. We'll take a look at some highlights from the 1998 state championship between Sterling and Gloucester as we go to halftime.
It's the South Jersey Group 2 championship game between Gloucester and Sterling. How you doing, everybody?
At guard, a freshman, number 21, Lauren Armbruster. At forward, a freshman, number 52, Jessica Kopsky. At guard, a junior, number 23, Kim Morrow. At center, a senior, number 25, Erica Ryan. And at forward, a senior, number 13, Lauren Durkin. And the rest of the Lady Knights. Now the starting lineups this evening for the Gloucester Lady Lions. First, the coaching staff. Head coach, Ms. Jackie Trakamus, assisted by Ann Peak and Pat McHenry. Now for the starting lineups for the Lady Lions. At guard, a senior, number 23, Megan Light. At forward, a junior, number 00, Molly Ann Light. At guard, a sophomore, number 31, Aaron James. At forward, a senior, number 14, Amy Dick. And at center, a senior, number 22, Amy Eller. And the rest of the Lady Lions.
They're trying to send Kopsky back door.
Three-pointer is off and in. Kaboom. Kim Morrow with 2. Round the perimeter. This is James. James, a 4 shot, and she hits it. Erin James first 2 of the game. Three-pointer is off. This is Ryan. It's good. Erica Ryan for 3.
More height than Gloucester underneath, so they're going to exploit that.
From the corner, Dick shot is good. Amy Dick buries it.
This game, I believe it's Washington Township.
A foul, a chance for a three-point play. Yes, the Group 4 game will follow. By 3. For 3. Kaboom! What a basket there by Armbruster. I don't think they've missed a three-pointer yet.
No, they're putting them up from the perimeter.
Megan to the free throw line, averaging 30 points a game in the playoffs. Misses her first. She'll get one more.
Not a happy camper with that one. Out there to see what it does. And Sterling's been doing a good job just spreading the floor open, wide open.
Shot from the corner is buried once again. That's Kopsky.
Gloucester's been doing a good job.
There's a 3 again. Kaboom! That one is good. Put in by Durkin. Grabs the rebound. She's going to run the break.
Good
Megan,
eye.
nice pass inside to Dick, and Dick converts. Misses that one. Boy, they are really having problems with free throws. Both teams at the moment.
Really.
Megan coast to coast. She buries it.
Their hand on it. All of a sudden they get called.
Inside. Kopsky buries it. Sterling holds the lead. Here's Kopsky again. Fade away. And she hits it. Boy, Kopsky is on fire. Here's James. James has found a chance for a three-point play for Erin James. For Cooney. Now setting it up is James. James running one-hander. Yes, Erin James. Great shot there.
27-20. I'm sorry.
All right.
Look at this.
Backdoor pass. Kopsky and a chance for a three-point play. Bill Ulrich has been cruising along in this one.
Yeah, he hasn't had to be too animated.
Here comes Megan. Megan going to run the break. They still trail it by 12. Bounce pass for Dick. Dick's shot is in. It's back to a 10-point game. No good. Megan grabs the rebound.
This bodes well for Gloucester coming up with these rebounds here. Right behind her back.
Megan in. 2 more. It's now inside.
All right, she's a quick break coming back down.
Megan swings it out. Eller off the glass. It's good. It's a 6-point lead.
Well, that's what they're really good at.
Wide open here. Easy jump shot. They're back up by 8. This time Armbruster. 4:26. Time not much remaining here in the third. There's a shot at the buzzer. Long off the glass. It's rebounded, and that is going to count. They will count that bucket.
Big night tonight, but Sterling's doing a nice job.
For 3. Yes! Look out! She's on the board. From the corner, it's good. That one is buried. Holy cow on that shot. Armbruster, who's been hot.
High school sports. This is where it's at, man.
Inside, this is Dick. Yes, she hits it.
All right, now they're working the ball inside. And
to the basket they go. Big hoop there by Durkin. Some points quickly.
They
Megan,
realize.
yes.
They win seconds.
10 seconds to play. It's 50. Oh, wow. Three-pointer quickly goes in, or two-pointer, I believe.
No, that was there, I think. 52-42.
Sterling wins. They're the South Jersey champs.
I don't know. We just didn't play defense in the first half, so they came out and got the open shots and they hit them. We just weren't patient on offense, but we tried our best. So.
Both teams came in and played well, just in the new setting and all, so it was just neat to play in a neutral site.
Definitely, it's great to have the people you've been since I've been coaching so long, to see some of the people from 10, 15 years ago come out and still support the team is really great. We've been very successful over the years, and people just, LG, you get all this talent. That's really not true. We get some nice players, but we have great role players at Sterling. Kids that accept the role and will complement, our real good players.
Sterling High offers TV and radio classes for electives. Sterling is also fortunate enough to have both TV and radio programs. In these programs, students will learn to design, direct, produce, and edit television and radio broadcasts. Students develop their public speaking, journalism, management, and technical skills by appearing on the Sterling Morning News on Channel 19 and on our radio station, WSHS. Students produce, edit, and deliver school programming, including athletic events, activity, productions, and community events. If a major in communications is in your possible future, Sterling High School offers opportunities not available in most high schools across South Jersey. Make sure you take a TV or radio class elective today.
Watch where you're going, pal.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Guys, this has to stop. 8% of high schoolers have bought on school property. It isn't cool. This ain't no fight club. We have to change.
And welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. Taking a quick look at some of the leading scorers before we get back to second half action. The leading scorers are there on your screen. Sims with 8, McDonald with 7, Quinn with 6, and for the Gloucester Lions, Hatterer with 3 and Ramondos with 2. Taking a look at some of the highlights for Aaron Quinn coming up in a moment. Here they are. Actually, this is Morgan Sims. Sims, we know, is a threat from the outside. You saw it right there. And here's another 3.
And when she gets that open look and gets into a rhythm, she's definitely dangerous.
And now a look at some of Aaron Quinn's highlights. She drives to the basket here and gets a friendly roll, friendly hometown roll there.
Yeah, she does a good job on contested shots. Really has a lot of composure when she's being defended tight. And the thing I liked about what Aaron Quinn did, you saw the one shot that she made that one that bounced off the rim, she fouled her shot up. And that's something you always tell your shooters as we look at Coach McDonald right there. Look at the leading scores. Good balance for Sterling with Sims with 8, McDonald with 7, Quinn with 6, and Hatterer with 3, and Ramondos with 2 for Gloucester.
Just about ready to get things going in this third quarter. Sterling with a 30-7 lead.
And guys, these games are beneficial just for the reason that you can get a lot of girls in, get a lot of girls experience, because you never know when somebody goes down and you're really going to lean on your depth. And it's one thing Sterling has is girls who have the ability to come in, and maybe, you know, you're not expecting somebody to come in and score 10 points off the bench, 15 points off the bench, but as a team, they always have somebody that when they come in, they know how to play good defense, and that's really the backbone, I think, of this team.
Yeah, and it's good to get some of the younger girls on this team some varsity experience, and it allows you to work on some of the little things that are really stressed in practice in an actual game scenario.
So here is Hatterer, gets that one to Brzezinski, back to Hatterer. And that shot from mid-range, no good. Offensive rebound, drive toward the basket, no good. A nice rebound there by Sims as she takes it up the court. Sims gets that one to Dixon.
And you have to think Coach McDonald talked to the girls and said, hey, let's run some of our offensive sets, get used to doing all the things you need to do away from the ball.
So that 3 was no good by Dixon. Sims trying to get possession back, takes a little tumble. It's going to be Gloucester ball. Able to find Raimundos. It's away from 2 defenders, and Dixon able to come away with it. She gets that one to Quinn. Quinn driving toward the basket. Her floater, no good. Rebounded by Sims. Moves out to the perimeter, gets that one to Dixon. Then that's out there to McDonald, back to Dixon.
And a team that likes to run a lot is now really slowing down in this game. We saw it very early on and working in the half-court set. They're trying a bunch of different things.
So a foul at the end of the play as McDonald gets the rebound.
And you're exactly right, Jacob. That's where you can make a game like this productive for you. Almost like a practice within a game where you're working on a lot of different things.
So McDonald from the line.
And
oh, there we go.
One benefit that this team has is the fact that they have nobody, they have no seniors. Everybody's coming back, and at the same time, they have a lot of girls, if you look at Mackenzie McDonald, who already have a couple years of varsity experience under their belt. And I think that led to a couple of the big wins that they had this year. I know against Haddon Heights and against Haddonfield.
So McDonald puts that second shot through. Gloucester still trying to get their first points of this second half. There's Brzezinski. Brzezinski long 2. That one off the mark, rebounded by Sims. She takes over. Drives up the middle of the court. And that shot is no good. And there's a foul at the end of the play. So we heard her shoot from 2. Nope. Yes. Yes, she will shoot from the line.
And I think the big thing about a game like, when you're playing a game like this, you're up by a lot. You still want to do the things that you need to do. You still want to play the game at your speed. You want to make sure you don't play down to your opponent, because when you fall into that trap and you have games like this and then a game against a tougher team up and coming, it can really have a negative effect on you. So, but I don't think Sterling is the type of team that's going to fall into that trap. And like I said, they're going to still look at this game as a game where they can still do productive things and make this be a positive thing for you moving forward.
This is a really good game, as I've said before, a good way to work on things that need to be addressed, especially with a tough postseason probably looming ahead for this girls team, right? They like to get out on the break and run a lot. That's their strength. They're doing a good job of working in the half court tonight against Gloucester, and they're a team that likes to do a lot of their scoring from inside the arc, predominantly in the low post. We're seeing a lot more threes taken here tonight. I believe that that is something that Coach McDonald is stressing, so that they can be as well-rounded as possible going in to the later half of this year and eventually into the postseason.
And you still want the good ball movement to set up the threes, the inside-out movement.
And I could not have said it any better than myself, guys, as that shot is good. Here's Brzezinski. Thought about it for a moment. Driving toward the basket and a foul. Let's take a look at the last basket there by Sims.
And I think defensively, just right here, you saw an example how Sterling is still doing the little things. They're really in great position on the perimeter. You see the help defense coming over very early on, very quickly, not allowing Gloucester to get to the basket. I think a game like this, sometimes you can get a little flat-footed, get a little lazy, but again, I don't see that from Sterling. And I know Coach McDonald is not going to let that happen.
Gets that one to Dixon. Then out to Sims, back to Dixon. Gets that one to McDonald. Then back to Dixon. Dixon driving toward the basket, trying to make a move. And there's a foul at the end of the play. She's kind of laughing it off. And she'll shoot from the line.
You can see right there, that was a design screenplay, an actual play there, and then the ball got back into the hands of Dixon, and she took it upon herself to drive in and was met with contact. Now she'll go to the line.
Bridget Dixon, an all-South Jersey soccer player, as well as Erin Quinn here for Sterling. So we've got some multi-sport athletes, and again, a couple juniors right there. So big things this year and big things in the future for these two young ladies.
So Gloucester here to take over. Less than 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Sterling with a 30-point lead. Driving toward the basket and a foul.
Mackenzie McDonald, another multi-sport athlete. Tried out cross country this year, and she ended up being all conference, correct?
Yeah, the girls team had a lot of success with her being one of the varsity runners and one of the key varsity runners that pushed the girls to being into the state tournament.
It's that one to Quinn. Quinn finds Dixon, and Dixon puts that one through.
And I believe this was her first year ever running, correct?
Yeah, she played soccer throughout, I think, most of middle school and then the first few years of high school, and she wanted to give cross country a try. It was very successful first season. Take a look at the last basket here. Here's Dixon.
Here she comes. Take a look at our next TV game. It'll be this Monday on MLK Day, January 16th. Boys basketball will take on Williamstown at 1:30 p.m. Coverage will be on Channel 19, as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19.
Speaking of Here She Comes, if you can't come to the game, you better check us out on Channel 19. We'll cover it for you.
There you go. Way to enhance that promo, Jacob. That's a good job.
Great job, Jake.
And the boys, you always like them going into those tournaments, playing against some of the bigger teams. Williamstown, a Group 4 school, and boy, the boys team is just off to a tremendous start, considering they've got 3 new starters. And obviously the older guys, CJ and Jadis, are doing great, but the younger guys are really blending in and have been a key reason for Sterling's quick start.
And if you remember last year, Mr. Schultz, I believe in the same sort of tournament round robin showcase kind of thing that was held at Gloucester last year, we covered the game between Sterling and Williamstown, and Sterling ended up losing that game because, well, they just let it get away from them. Hopefully that doesn't happen this year.
Quinn drives toward the basket after a nice defensive play, and she puts that one through. And more than 40 points on the board for the Lady Knights tonight.
But that's the other thing. I mean, when you look at these two teams, boys and girls team, I like the fact that they're not afraid to play outside the Colonial Conference. As you look at Dixon right there finishing, both Coach McDonald and Coach Barringer go in these tournaments. They play the bigger schools, and I think that ultimately can lead to better play from your team when you get in the playoffs.
Well, and even though they know that that game is a tough game and it might end up being chalked up in the loss column, it's going to make their team better for the long run. We saw the girls last year. They were not a top seed going into that Group 2 tournament. They ended up making the championship game because of that experience they had with out-of-conference teams. It built them up. And a lot of good play, especially that buzzer beater last year from Sims against West Deptford. The momentum really propelled the team forward, and then they fell just short to Haddon Heights.
And we've talked multiple times about basically adding to what you just said, Jacob, that run really brought the team together and really helped a lot of these girls coming back this year. And a lot of times they'll point to that run as gaining confidence that they carried into this season.
Well, and the core group last year was a core group of sophomores. Now this year, juniors. That championship run is really going to be exponential for their growth as a team.
No doubt.
Here's Dixon. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Donald gets that one to Quinn, then back to Dixon.
And in the conference, obviously, you've got a real tough team in Woodbury, but I think Sterling's really got a shot in the group. There are some traditionally good teams when you're talking about Middle Township, Cinnamons is sometimes very good. But Woodbury's a Group 1 school, so they're playing in Group 1. They're not in Group 2.
Well, Woodbury is just a phenomenal school, but playing that game, and it was kind of a game for most of it. And even when you look at the final score, it's not like Woodbury blew Sterling out of the water. That game is something to be proud of as a team, you know, going up against D1 players, D1 commits, and you kept the game close for the majority of it. That's something you can hang your hat high on.
One of those games where it's a loss, but you kind of benefit in a loss. There's some things you did, and you put yourself in good situations against a very good team, and there's good things that happened there that Sterling was able to carry into games later in the season.
Yeah, a lot of good things and a lot of learning moments from that game. And that's really going to propel the girls forward. Like I said, again, they played a lot of out-of-conference tough teams last year, and that really boosted their playoff run, and they're having some more success this season because they've grown as players, but sort of a similar type of vibe that you get from this girls team.
Dixon driving, that shot no good. Stolen away by McDonald. For a foul at the end of the play.
And the other thing, you know, we talk about these girls playing multiple sports, playing sports together, and you just feel like this group, whatever sport they're playing, there's a lot of very good leaders, and they have great team chemistry.
So that deep three, no good. Gloucester able to save it, but it goes into the hands of Quinn. Quinn driving. Quinn's shot. Dances around the basket and is good. Action there. Sims stays with it. Floats that one up. No good. That will end this third quarter. Sterling with a pretty big lead, I'd say. 45-7. Fourth quarter action coming up after this.
Hey man, where you going? Yo, what the heck, bro? What the heck? Yo, man, chill. Yo, bro, chill. You okay, dude? Yeah, I'll be alright. I don't know why I did that. Sorry for pushing you around, man. That was really messed up. It's alright, bro. Just don't do it again.
And welcome back here to Sterling Channel 19. Sterling leads this one by a wide margin. Good shot of the castle there. As we're ready for some fourth quarter action here. And guys, this is where a lot of some of the girls who are more reserves on this team get some good varsity experience.
Yeah, always good. You're going against a varsity team. Even though it's obviously a lesser team than Sterling, but you're going against varsity players. You're being defended, you know, from varsity players. So it's always a great experience.
Here's Kay outside, finds Trillo. Shot up from Trillo. No good.
And you see the varsity girls that are on the bench, the starters, are cheering on the girls out there because they know these girls are a big part of the team. They're the ones that run the scout team. And, you know, that again, all goes back to having great team chemistry.
And they're just excited. They're excited for one another as there's a shot up. No good, and rebound Wilsey.
And
younger sister of Tori Wilsey, who was a pivotal part in the girls team last year, graduating senior class of 2022.
Playing lacrosse in college. And her older brother, Rob Wilsey, played football. He was a quarterback in football and was an outstanding volleyball player. Now he's at St. Joe's. I believe he's at St. Joe's here.
Timeout taken by Knight. 30-second timeout.
And you can find us on Facebook. We'll have great action of what's going on here at the Castle and some behind the scenes shots of the tech crew. You can check us out on Facebook, Sterling TV 19.
Our cheerleaders doing a tremendous job. And I know, guys, we talked about the girls team, the boys team. We were talking a little about them, and they obviously are in Group 2, and the team in Group 2 that everybody looks at as a team that's going to win Group 2, if they're still in Group 2 or able to play Group 2 at the end of the year, is Camden. Now, Camden's in a situation where they could end up not being able to play in the playoffs. Everybody's waiting a ruling right now to see if they're going to be eligible to play in the Group 2 playoffs. Now, I know they had, there were some players that were possibly not legal to play, and that's what they have to determine, with the ruling. So if they're not in Group 2, Sterling, I think, this year has as good a shot as anyone, as you look at Gloucester getting the basket right there, as anyone to possibly win Group 2 with the way they're playing. But if Camden's in Group 2 and they're allowed to play, nobody's going to beat Camden.
Yeah, the title will go to Camden. They're a national team. They're ranked, I believe, in ESPN's top 25 high school teams throughout the nation.
Loaded up with all high-end Division I players, and
they have
probably a couple future NBA guys.
Yeah, they have the #1 senior in the country in DJ Wagner, who is now committed to Kentucky.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And like we said, we were very impressed with what the boys have been able to do this year. Coach Barringers, we talked about the Monday game going against a bigger school, Williamstown. They beat Eastern this year, which is really saying something. We did that game, Brian, last week. Eastern, I believe, number 9 or 10 in South Jersey, and always a good team. We played them before and have had trouble, but really played an outstanding game against them and came out on top on Saturday.
Yeah, it was all starting with C.J. Mundell on one of our post-game shows. He had a big bowl of cookies, and he said that he and the team were going to take down Eastern. They did just that, and it's just been a bunch of their younger guys stepping up, like Julian Johnson and Ramir Long, just a ton of talent on that team, and they have a bright second half ahead of them.
Yeah, that's where you have to like the older guys, C.J. Mundell, Jadis McFadden, the guys who've had experience, kind of leading the way and making those younger guys feel comfortable.
You can follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. Find out whenever we go live, highlights, behind the scenes, and more. Again, you can find that when you follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19.
Brian, have you not heard?
I have not heard, Jake.
It was my understanding that everyone had heard.
I have not heard.
Well, the bird is the word. The bird has the word. Check us out on Twitter. Schulz gets a kick out of the Trash Man reference, Surfing Bird, every time. We're really just here to make Mr. Schulz laugh, ladies and gentlemen. That's why
the bottom line is the bird is the word, though.
That's right.
Bird is indeed the
word.
word.
That's what we're trying to get across to everybody here. The bird is the word.
Peter Griffin's favorite song, ladies and gentlemen.
5:07 remains in this fourth quarter. If you're just joining us, I'm Jake Clark, joined by Mr. Schules and Brian McClernand. And guys, one thing we can all agree on is the bird is the word. Back to basketball.
Brian McClernand taking a break, having a tough time controlling himself over here.
Look,
was that silly, Brian?
that was very silly, goofy.
So we got a foul on the floor.
Good pass by Antonio Trillo there. Down low to Paris Logan.
Nice pass right around the defender, and good job by Logan not shying away from contact. Now, 2 shots at the line for Logan.
All right, I've gathered myself. I think we're good now.
And guys, we talk about, we've been saying a lot about it, but the intangibles that they bring to the table with the leadership, the team chemistry, that really comes into play, I think, when you get into playoff games and things go down and you run into some tough spots. The teams that don't have the good leadership, don't have the team chemistry, you'll see girls turn on themselves. And again, you don't see that here with this group. You don't see it with the boys either.
You know, Mr. Schules, we talked about how this is a learning experience here for all of us. For some of the younger girls, it's a learning experience out there on the floor. They're getting some of their first varsity experience. It's a learning experience on how to run the half-court set and maybe take some of those outside shots. And Mr. Schules, this is even a learning experience for us announcers, as Brian McClernand needs to learn maybe how to keep his composure a little better when a few jokes are made over the air.
Take a deep breath.
There's no shame in finding things funny here on the broadcast, okay?
Breathe.
Look, I'm good now. It's just things were a bit funny and goofy and silly, but now I think I'm all right.
And I see you went to the bottled soda, so we don't have to worry about a
yeah,
spill.
I don't want to spill anything. We can't have any of that. I don't want to get any of our stat sheets wet.
Or the electronics.
Or the electronics.
That's probably the more important part.
If the electronics got wet, you'd have Mr. Mays come in and get you in a headlock.
But the stat sheets, we don't want them getting wet either, you know? Like, it's a good thing I have this cap.
Take a look at the bottle right there. Look at the cap. All secured. That's not spilling. We also got a cap on Schules' water bottle right there. We are all set. Nothing spilling today. Yippee!
Brian was a bull in a china shop, I think, with the cup the other day. But
oh, yeah, he knocked it over. He was fired up during the game.
For the first time in a long time, I had the cat-like quickness.
You did, you're
stop
right.
That cup. Actually, I was slow as molasses. It saw everything happen in slow motion. It was just the fact that the cup was on, the lid for the cup was on tight.
Kudos to the lid and kudos to Mr. Schules. Your hand probably took a nice angle there to get to the cup in time, the quickest angle. Mr. Geometry Guru, Mr. Schules.
I would give you extra credit, Jacob, but you're no longer in my class
anymore. That's right.
Maybe next year, if you're in my pre-calc class, I'll start you off with 2 points.
I'm not going to lie to you, Mr. Schules. I put in my course requests, and it might break your heart, but pre-calc is not on my course requests.
Was Algebra 3 trig?
No.
All right. Now I got to compose myself. I'm going to go off.
I think you just broke Schules' heart,
I'm
Jake.
sorry.
We can't be having that.
You guys don't have any tissues here, do you?
You can use some of the extra stat sheets if you want.
We said no. The stat sheets can't get wet.
We can't.
No, but we got a lot of extras right here. So
an abundance of stat sheets, you could say.
Indeed.
Free throw drops for Thompson. We will have a post-game show to follow. Might get some of the players we're not normally used to talking to. Shots good for Amber Wilson, and you can see the bench erupt there, Mr. Schules and Brian. They are ecstatic. I heard a few hoorays let out as that shot dropped for Wilsey.
Amber Wilsey with the shot. Believe that. Let's see. For Wilsey getting the pass, sets the feet, and drains it.
And that is Wilsey's first career varsity points.
A very hip hooray moment there for Wilsey. She's able to get her first varsity point. Congratulations to her.
Gonna take a look here.
Paris Logan driving to the basket, getting herself to the free throw line for the second time, I believe.
Foul is on number 13, Logan Thompson. First foul, team 6. Logan at the line.
First free throw doesn't drop. 248 remains here, with the Knights leading this one 48-11. Believe that will move the Knights to 8-3 on the season.
I have a question for you guys.
Shoot it, Brian.
Playoff predictions for this weekend. Go.
For the NFL?
Yes.
All right, well, I got faith in the Chargers. So
Bolt up, baby.
Bolt up with the Chargers. The Bills will demolish the Dolphins with no Tua.
Yeah.
I got the Cowboys barely beating the Bucks.
What about the Giants and the Vikings?
See,
I hear a lot of people.
I personally have the Vikings just because they have those superstar players on their team. You feel me? They have Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, C.J. Hawkinson,
Cousins,
Kirk Thuggins.
And the Giants, one thing, their second team guys did a decent job defensively against the Eagles, but yeah, I don't know if the Giants can score. If they get in, if the Vikings get their offense going, moving the ball down the field, put the ball in the air, score points, I don't think the Giants are going to be able to keep up with them.
Yeah, I think that game is just going to come down to consistency, because for the Giants, it's just, besides Saquon Barkley, I don't really think the Giants have really anyone that can really make a lot of things happen offensively. So I think with the superstars that the Vikings do have and the consistency that they had for the most part this season, I think they can take care of business.
Well, I'm glad we're in agreement on two things tonight, that the bird is the word and that we believe that the Vikings will beat the Giants in the playoffs. I do think that the Giants are better coached, and that's the reason they've made it this far, but the Vikings just have better talent.
So the Giants would be that's probably the only one upset I would go with. I'd say all the favorites are going to win.
The 49ers are going to take care of business.
Yeah.
Technically, the Chargers over the Jaguars is an upset, along with the Cowboys over the Buccaneers when you look at it standings-wise, and that would line up, if everything went as we predicted, that would line up with a pretty interesting matchup in the second round of the playoffs. The Eagles taking on the Cowboys in Philadelphia.
And Mr. K brought up a good point today. We were talking in the NFC, how many really good quarterbacks are there? You've got an aging Tom Brady, but an aging Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
You looked at Ireland K with the bank. I believe that was a 3. Here we go. We'll look at it on the replay. They leave her open, and she sets the feet and drains the 3. She called bank. I heard it.
I heard a cha-ching in there too. So.
Yeah, the bank was open. That's right.
Ireland K, another outstanding soccer player.
As some might say, that shot was cash money.
Green bean.
Under a minute remains. Here's Kay now. And now Maddie Sims, the star-studded freshman goalkeeper for the varsity team in their long playoff run that fell just short to Seneca. Lexi Kuhn in the corner, and that shot drops. First career varsity points there for Lexi Kuhn, the freshman. Going going to take another look at it. This is just good ball movement on the perimeter. Shot up from beyond the arc by Kuhn, and that one is nothing but net. Swish! Great sound effects from Brian McClernand tonight.
Thanks, Jake.
That'll do it. We'll have a post-game show to follow. The Lady Knights come in, take care of business pretty handily, 54-12. And we will be back with a post-game show right after this.
Let me see that ID. Let me see that ID.
I guess I forgot it.
No entry.
Wait, no, come on!
Hey, have a good day working.
Mr. Yeager, I noticed there's a lot of seniors with you.
Oh, he's in my senior experience class.
What's senior experience?
Yeah, Justin, senior experience is a great opportunity for seniors to gain work experience during the school day while earning income in any career of their interest.
Wow, that sounds really cool. What jobs qualify for this?
Any non-hazardous jobs qualify. There are really two types of students that take senior experience. Those that want experience in a career that interests them and they are able to build their resume. Then there are those who want to gain workplace skills and earn as much money as possible while building skills for the future.
That sounds interesting. How can I sign up?
Hey, come see me anytime or go talk to your guidance counselor.
All right, thank you.
Can I go to the bathroom?
It's getting late. I should really go to bed.
Girl, what are you worried about? Come on, it won't hurt if you stay up another hour.
You know what? You're right. It couldn't hurt to stay up for another hour or so. What? It's already 1 a.m.? I didn't even realize it was so late. I'm telling her I'm going to bed.
Don't forget to pick up the kids later. All right, I gotta go. Have a good day.
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
Dude, you should really take your hood down. I heard they're sending people to internal for the entire semester. Dude, that's just a little bit. I'm taking my hood down. That's stupid.
Hey, you know the rules. No hood. And where's your ID? Get to class.
How many times do I have to tell you? Get the hoodie off. That's it, I've had it with this hoodie business. Down to the vice principal's office, now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. The girls get it done today, 54-12 over the Gloucester City Lions, and we'll go to Jake for the postgame show.
Thank you, Brian. Now joined by Shane Duffy and Caitlin Ott here. You guys were a dominant force in the post tonight. Talk about, give us a little insight on your post play.
You know, we just tried to do our best. Yeah, well, they were playing in a 2-3, so we knew they were trying to force shots outside, and when those weren't falling, we knew we had to get the ball in, and we just try to execute our best when the shots outside aren't falling.
And really dominant win. Talk a little bit about the game plan that Coach McDonald laid out for you guys.
You had it? We knew that coming in we were probably the better team, so we knew we had to get right on them and not let them come back or anything like that. So we knew we had to play just like normal and not think about what type of team they were.
And what is next for you guys as a group moving forward?
Well, tomorrow we play Absegami, and they're top 15, so even just tomorrow we got to show up and play our best to prove ourselves as a team, and same with every game in the future for this season.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you guys for coming on with us. Great game tonight. And now we're waiting for Coach McDonald. Coach McDonald being social with Mr. Manlove. Now hopping on with the interview. Great win tonight, Coach. A lot of threes and a lot more half-court sets than we're normally used to seeing. Was that something that you were preaching going into tonight's game?
We were, because we put in a couple new offensive sets, and we really wanted to try to just work through them tonight and try to get everybody reps and have someone else run the point instead of Bridget. You know, God forbid she gets in foul trouble or something like that. So I try to rotate girls in, try to run through our sets.
And talk about the impact in a game like this that allows some of the younger JV players to get in and get that varsity experience. How crucial that is to them.
It's awesome because, like, you know, usually they don't get that time, and for the varsity girls to come in and take care of business so those girls could get those minutes to, you know, get them experience and just to reward them because they work so hard in practice. You know, it's nice to see them get minutes and get on the court.
And then tomorrow, a tough game on a weekend. Talk about the mindset, especially it not being a school day, maybe some players feeling a little lackadaisical.
Yeah, we talked about that in the locker room. It's a 10 a.m. road game. It's an hour-long bus ride, and I told them that they have to be more mentally tough than to use the bus ride and the early morning as an excuse for not playing well. They have to step on the court and be ready to go.
Same circumstances for both sides. And now, Coach, we have a question that really doesn't apply to basketball. What is the word? Have you heard what is the word?
The word is "we is greater than me."
We were thinking more bird is the word we use in our Twitter promos, but we is greater than me is definitely your guys' slogan, and that's a great slogan that we love seeing every year on the back of the girls' shirts. Thank you for coming on with us, Coach McDonald.
Sorry I ruined the Twitter plug.
No worries. Thank you for coming on with us, Coach. Good luck tomorrow. Send it back to Brian McClernand now in the booth. Brian?
Our next TV game this Monday, MLK Day, January 16th. Boys basketball taking on Williamstown at 1:30. Coverage will be live on Channel 19 as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm Giggles McGee, joined by Jake Clark, Kevin Schulz, and Jordan Baker. Thanks to Mr. K, the entire tech crew, for helping us out today. And that'll do it.